Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on the old show today, the Koenigsegg folks are in the news, and for a weird situation, apparently Christian von Koenigsegg wants to work on hybrids and EVs, normal cars, as he was putting it. I guess when you work on high-end supercars all the time, he kind of wants to work on something a little bit different and is looking for a partnership with another automobile manufacturer so he can work on somewhat and help develop normal cars, hybrid and EVs especially. So be interesting to see what kind of partnership this is going to bring. Now, Sergio Marchionne and Fiat Chrysler Automobiles have been looking for a partnership, but this is definitely not what they were looking for, so guarantee that's not going to be the situation. But it'll be interesting to see if this deal ever comes to fruition, at least for the folks over at Koenigsegg. Speaking of EVs, the brand new Tesla Model S gets quite the upgrade. Elon Musk has reported over the past several days that there is a hardware update. A lot of their updates are software updates, but this is actually going to be a situation. And if you already own a P85D Tesla Model S, you can take it down to your service center and get this upgrade done to this machine. Now, if you want to get this brand new upgrade on a brand new car that you haven't purchased yet, it will cost you an extra $10,000 over the $70,000 of the list price. But if you already own one of these machines, it's only $5,000 to actually get this car upgraded. Now, what do you get in this upgrade? Well, you probably remember that this vehicle has embarrassed quite a few automobiles on the old YouTubes, especially high-end supercars, in a mode they call insane mode. Insane mode would actually make it do 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. Yes, they would put all the power instead of a hyper-mileaging vehicle. This thing puts all the power to all the electric engines for maximum torque and maximum power. But this new hardware upgrade turns it up to apparently to 11 with the all-new Ludicrous mode. Now, I know you can make fun of this as an old Ludicrous speed they used to talk about in the old movie Spaceballs, or Ludicrous the actor. Whichever way you want to make fun of this, you can. But it's nothing to joke about, because now the 0 to 60 numbers in Ludicrous mode apparently is going to be at 2.8 seconds to 60, which is whopper fast. In fact, Elon Musk says this is the quickest 0 to 60 production vehicle on the planet, which isn't at all true, but that being said, I guarantee it is the quickest to 60 EV on the planet. So pretty impressive and not very expensive to get yours upgraded if you already own one. Speaking of high power and high horsepower, we've talked about ad nauseum the brand new Challenger Hellcat with its 707 brake horsepower, 650 pounds-feet of torque, 6.2 liter supercharged Hemi V8. Well, this is the brand new Hellcat X. Now, it wasn't actually developed by the folks over at Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, but was actually done as a giveaway, well, more of a raffle type situation. This particular machine harkens back to something from the old days. It was an old Grumman's prop plane that was actually built to take on the Japanese Zero back in World War II. And this particular machine was called the Grumman's Hellcat X. And it was supercharged and turbocharged, which is giving you a little insight of how this particular machine gets its name. Because not only does this thing have the 6.2 liter supercharged Hemi V8, but they have strapped on a pair of turbochargers. And now this vehicle makes 805 brake horsepower and 800 pounds-feet of torque. Now, a lot of people are poking fun about this on the internet, especially claiming that this vehicle is pretty soft on the performance side, but I'm assuming they didn't do any work to the internals of that 6.2 liter Hemi, so I'm assuming they're trying not to hand grenade that engine. Now, it does get some aero upgrades to help with the massive amounts of power, and again, this is a raffle machine. In fact, it's done by this group, which is Challenge Dream Giveaway. Now, this group actually does a lot of Dream Giveaway machines, especially they've done like they got one going on right now with a pair of Mustangs, a pair of Corvettes, there's one with a Raptor pickup truck and a Harley Davidson, and this particular deal you get the Hellcat X. Also, you get a 1970 Challenger 440 4-barrel with a 4-speed. Pretty cool little situation. It's only cost you $3 to actually get in on this raffle situation. And the more tickets you buy, the cheaper they become. So you can really try to go in and buy you a bunch of tickets to hopefully become the new winners of these machines. Not to mention, usually in these dream giveaways, they give away a pretty good chunk of change of money to help you with the taxes on this machine, because you're going to have to pay some taxes on this winnings. So pretty neat little package here. I'm going to put the video up on the Facebook page. It'll take you right over to their website if you want to hook up with either these two Challengers, the two Mustangs, the Raptor and the Harley, or the twin Corvettes. You can jump on over there and get in on the action. And we're going to end the news with some very sad situation. This is Jules Bianchi. Jules was a driver for Marussia Formula One team. In fact, he was born on August 3rd, 1989 in Nice, France, to Felipe and Christian Bianchi. Now, he actually had the need for speed from way back when he was young. Started karting, and then he moved up the ranks to Formula One. He actually raced at the Formula Renault 2.0. He raced at the Formula 3 Euro Spec division, the GP2 division, also in Formula Renault 3.5. Then he started up in Formula One as a test driver for a Ferrari, later with a test driver with Force India, before he got a full race seat in Marussia Formula One and started off in the Australian Grand Prix in 2013. Raced all the way through the 2013 season. In fact, 34 races starts in all the way up to the tragic accident that he had in the Japanese Grand Prix in Suzuka, Japan. There was actually a situation where they had a torrential downpour. One of the cars went off the track. They brought in a heavy piece of equipment to take that car off the track when came along Bianchi under caution, oddly enough, and possibly aquaplaned off of the track, ran underneath a piece of equipment where, sadly, Mr. Bianchi suffered a massive head injury. He's actually been in a coma, and it was in a coma in Japan for several months before they moved him back to Nice, France. Several days ago, his father, Felipe, actually came out in the press and said that he thought that his son was not going to recover from this particular incident. And on July 17th of 2015, Jules Bianchi succumbed to the injuries that he suffered at that Japanese Grand Prix, and becoming the first Formula One driver in over 20 years. In fact, it was Ayrton Senna was the last one to die in a racing accident, albeit that Mr. Bianchi died almost a year later thanks to those injuries. Now, Mr. Bianchi obviously left behind his father Felipe, his mother Christine, also left behind a pair of siblings, a brother Tom, and his sister Melanie, and a longtime girlfriend, Camille. If you're a praying person, please pray for the family and friends of Jules Bianchi, who are going through an incredibly difficult time at this point in their lives. I know I've been praying for Mr. Bianchi ever since the accident back in October, and I will continue to pray for his family heading into the future. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. If you want to jump on over to the Facebook page, the link's down in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time and get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.